Hi everyone, Franco from Your Guitar Academy. Hope you're doing well, hope the practice is going well. Now, working on the Nirvana course, I realized that there was one interval I kept playing. It's just something that came across every time I was preparing a track or whatever. And I think it's really worth diving into it because that interval just sounds really dark and really cool. So we're going to look at that same interval from 4 different point of views. So we're going to try to explore what we can do with it. Let's get into it. So the interval is what we call 1 to 6. So it's when, for example, if I'm in the key of A minor, you go 1 being your A, so I'm playing A on fret number 5 of the low E string there with my pinky, and then 6 would be F major, it would be that chord there. So I'm just playing the note right now because we're just looking at the notes. So again, we've got the A on fret number 5 of the low E string, and F on fret number 1 of the low E string. So we're staying on the same string, keeping it simple for now. Now the thing is, this interval just on its own sounds super dark. So if you think about it, I keep on calling it a sixth, but what it is a major third upside down. So from F to A would be a major third. So that sounds usually quite bright, but the other way around, A to F sounds very dark. And something you've heard before, I'm sure, because it's the thing you would hear in Star Wars when you're listening to the amazing Imperial March. So it goes. Right, super dark song. It's the same thing you would see in Chopin Funeral March, which goes, the pedal of that song just goes A to F like that. I mean, it's not A to F, I don't think that's the key, but it's the same interval. Let me try that with the loop. So if I loop these two notes around, try and play some Chopin on the guitar. Right, so my timing isn't perfect, but it's just to show you the idea and the concept of it. So these two notes there, if you want to develop a really dark sounding riff, that's awesome, just have fun with them. It's obviously something Kurt Cobain's used a lot, that's how I discovered that. So if I play just the same two notes with some overdrive on, you'll see that straight away we're going to get the right color. So let me turn the overdrive on. And now we could do the same thing using the same two notes, but this time using power chords. So let me try that. So now I'm playing an A5 followed by an F5 with the distortion on. Again, that interval, even with power chords, it just sounds huge. So I'm going to try the same thing. I'm going to add a little bit of rhythm to it, just so we get, some songwriting going on. Right, so we're getting close to that color now, that Nirvana's color. Of course, it's not just that interval, but that's part of the sound. And one last step, if you think about it, is, okay, we've used the notes, we've used the power chords. What if we use triads? So the first chord, for example, could be an A minor. That's your 1 minor, your minor 1 chord. And then the next one here, that F would be an F major. So if you want to, just play something on the acoustic guitar or something without any effect, and you just want the regular chords, that sounds great. A minor to F major. And there's nothing too weird about it. It's just literally 1 minor to 6 major. So in the key of A minor, A, B, C, D, E, F. F is your 6th chord. Now, one last thing that is, I think, quite fun if you want to experiment with that chord progression is, what if the first chord, instead of being an A minor, is an A major? Well, that still sounds pretty amazing. Right, so if we look at the first option, the minor chord, so A minor to F major, it's something you would hear, for example, in the last Batman movie. That was the theme, which is actually played by Nirvana. It's Something in the Way. I absolutely love that song. Now major, so A major to F major, now that's a completely different color. It's a little bit brighter, It reminds me of James Bond and Goldfinger and all of that. It's really cool to experiment with it as well. Now, something I really like to do with this chord progression is to actually use power chords. Now, because power chords are neither major nor minor, you're not stuck in a key, so you can explore the two different keys, minor and major, and just put them back to back and create some weird melodies. So let me record these two chords, so A5 and F5. Okay, so I could play A minor, pentatonic scale shape 1. I could add the major third to that same shape. And I could mix them up together. Right, so going 1 to 6 is fascinating. You can do so many things with it. And something we dove into in the Kurt Cobain's course. So I invite you to have a look at it because it's really good. I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.